So during this Feast of the Holy Innocents, I wanted to share some insights about what happened here in the Gospels that maybe we're not aware of. So some of us are aware of that the quote, "A voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel's weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children because they are not," right? That happens after the murder of the Holy Innocents by Herod. And some of us know that that comes from the prophet Jeremiah, but sometimes we forget to go look at what that part of Jeremiah is all talking about. That's a prophecy of hope in Jeremiah, because he goes on, the whole situation, go read the whole thing, but the whole situation in chapter 31 of Jeremiah is, yeah, all this bad stuff happening, but there's hope. For example, he goes on right after that to say, "Thus says the Lord, keep your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for your work shall be rewarded, says the Lord, and they shall come back from the land of the enemy." So it's not a downer in Jeremiah. There's a lot of downers in Jeremiah, but it's actually a verse of hope. But what does Matthew change about it? He doesn't mention the hopeful part. He leaves that off. He just has the desolation of Rachel crying for her children because they are not. And why is that important? Well, Pope Benedict, in his book, the third book of his Jesus of Nazareth, where it's the infancy narrative, he explains why this is so important. The evangelist omits the consoling promise of return home. Only the lament is quoted. The mother remains unconsoled. So, in Matthew's version, the prophetic text, the mother's lament without the consoling response, is like a cry to God himself, a plea for consolation that does not come and is still awaited, a plea to which God only can respond. For the true consolation that is more than mere words would be the resurrection. Only in the resurrection could the wrong be overcome, and that bitter lament, "they are not," be silenced. In our own day, the mother's cry to God continues unabated. Yet at the same time, the resurrection of Jesus strengthens our hope of true consolation. Yeah, and I think that's really important for us, for people who have suffered tragedy. This part of the gospel is so very, very important, because Matthew doesn't give an easy answer, because there isn't an easy answer. And the hope is only in Jesus' resurrection. That's where we place our hope, not in easy answers, not in easy feel-good solutions like we're listening to, Christian pop. No, there isn't an easy thing. Rachel weeps for her children, and the comfort comes in the resurrection, in Jesus' resurrection.